Hi, I'm Chef Tammy Brawley from the Green Kitchen. Welcome to Heart of the Home. Today I'm going to show you guys how to work with delicious fresh figs, probably one of my very favorite ingredients. And the exciting thing that I have is the fact that these figs actually came out of my yard. I have 2 fig trees. And we're working with 2 different ones today. We're actually working with a black mission fig, and then we're actually working with a brown turkey fig. Call them brown turkeys, but they're green, so it's kind of interesting. But what we're going to do today is we're going to grill some figs. We're going to grill them with rosemary, and then we're going to make a very quick fig salad. One of the things you want to do is, just like anytime you grill with skewers, you always want to have your skewers soaking. And so I had already started this, and I have rosemary, actually from my garden as well. And you want to take some of the sprigs, some of the leaves off, and then you want to soak the stems for about a half an hour or so. We're going to chop the leaves that I pulled off because we're going to use them. So we're going to start with that. You do want these kind of small, and as you can see, they're moving all around the cutting board, which is fine. But if you kept them large, there's nothing wrong with that either. So we get that nice and chopped, and then you want to actually take your figs, and you can take that stem off at the top. Now these are somewhat still firm, but because we're grilling them, that's okay. That will soften them right up. So if you do pull the figs or you buy the figs, wherever you get them from your markets, it's okay if they're a little bit firm. So I've cut the stems off, and now I'm going to cut the figs in half. We have a skewer that we're going to make a hole, which hopefully you won't break the fig, but you might. And we're going to take a rosemary sprig and stick it into that same hole. So that's what it needs to look like. If it starts to come apart, don't really, don't stress about that, okay? It will hopefully stay together. You can also cut some of the stem off with your knife or a pair of scissors. In this case, I'm going to use a pair of scissors. My pan is starting to smoke. I'm happy about that. So I have a grill pan going on. I'm going to turn my heat down a little bit now that it's starting to smoke a little bit. I'm going to squirt some olive oil into the pan. And now we're going to take our fig skewers and we're going to put those on the grill. Let those get started. And in the meantime, we're going to make a little of a dressing of some sort. We're going to squeeze a lemon and some honey. I have some local honey here I'm excited to use. I fell in love with these recipes many, many years ago, and it was responsible for me actually getting a fig tree and planting it in my yard. We have, let me show you a little trick too. Sorry, let me interrupt myself. We've got lemon juice. I'm going to go ahead and put the lemon juice back into a measure, swirl that around a little bit, give that a little bit of moisture around the measuring cup, put it back in the bowl, because then when you pour the honey in, it makes it a little easier to distribute. And we want about 1/4 cup of honey. So then what will happen is the honey will come out of the measure a lot easier, a lot quicker. You can see that. So now I'm going to take a fork or a whisk, whatever you choose. You want to whisk that up. All I'm doing now is thinning out this honey a little bit. That's all. We're going to make a glaze. We're going to come back over to our figs. I can see that they're not quite ready yet. We're going to let those sit for a minute. You can go ahead and turn them over. Yep, I see a grill mark coming up. That's great. Now, we're going to let those soften a little bit on the grill pan. We're going to go ahead and make a fig salad. I love this salad. I think this is delicious. And it has a citrus undertone to it. So what we're going to do here is we're actually going to use black mission figs at this point. These are the big black ones. They're somewhat purple more than anything else. And what we're going to do here is we're going to just basically cut the top and the cores off. I'm watching my figs on the grill pan there. These can be, you can either dice them or you can leave them in quarters. I personally like quarters. I think they're a little bit more attractive on a plate. But I'm cutting the core and the bottom off. And then see, we'll get a couple more in here. I don't think we need quite as many as I have, so I'm only going to do one more. See how pretty that is? I love it. This is a delicious fruit. So now what I've got is I've got my figs here, and now I'm going to go ahead and squeeze some lime juice into my bowl. And I'm also going to do a little bit of lime zest. Using a microplane grater here, very easy to use. Anytime you do any sort of a zest on a fruit, a lemon, a lime, an orange, gives that nice punch of flavor to it. You don't quite need the whole thing depending on the size salad you're making. All right, I'm going to take a spoon, stir that up a little bit. And then the last little thing I'm going to add is some chopped onion, and then we're going to go back to our grilling of the figs. Red onion is certainly beautiful to use with the black mission figs, but you can certainly use a white onion if you like. I wouldn't use a Spanish onion or a yellow onion. I feel like they're a little too strong, but either the red onion or a white onion would certainly be delicious in this recipe. All right, so we're going to stir up that onion. We've got lime zest, lime juice, and then the black mission figs. We're going to come back to our platter, and we're just going to put a little bit of salad right on it. And then we're going to return to our grilled figs. So that onion right there. There we go. Now, our grilled figs, we're going to turn back over. They are starting to soften a little bit, but now we're going to come back and glaze them with that lemon juice and honey. Put that over. Now, obviously, we've got a lot of sugar content here, so your grill's going to smoke a little bit more. You can do these outdoors if you'd like. This happens to be an indoor cast iron skillet that I have, but you can certainly do these outside on your grill if you'd like. All right, so our figs have been grilling for a little while on our grill pan, and now we're going to take them off and put them on our platter. They're going to be a little sticky because of that honey. And I'm going to come back and actually glaze just a little bit more, kind of more of a drizzle than anything else. And then that fig salad, you actually kind of want to come back and hit that with a little bit of salt and pepper. All right. And there you have it, grilled fresh figs with rosemary sprigs and a fig salad to enjoy those figs that are coming into season. I'm Tammy Brawley from the Green Kitchen. Join us next time on Heart of the Home.
Recipes from the Heart of the Home can be found on the Virginia Farm Bureau website at vafb.com/recipes, as well as on Chef Tammy Brawley's website at greenkitchenrichmond.com.